Today is yet another crazy day for the crypto space. And not because prices are going crazy. No, that will come a different day. Today is not that day, but there's something else that I've warned you guys on multiple different occasions throughout time that just occurred. Matter of fact, it happened twofold. Two things have happened today that I think will negatively impact the crypto markets. It will not negatively impact your portfolios though, but the news on its own is quite bad. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you're most likely not on Twitter that much because it was already circulating around throughout the earlier days today. And that is of two major announcements. Announcement number uno, right? The SEC just charged ABRA with unregistered offers and sales of crypto asset securities. That on its own is a pretty big deal. And in my opinion, pretty negative, but I'll talk about why in just a second. But that's only one thing. Matter of fact, there's three interesting things that happened. One, before I tell you the second big thing, is that Tron's founder, Justin Sun, proposed a DAO to help free Telegram CEO Pavel Durov. After his arrest, it says he will donate $1 million. Not sure what the DAO was supposed to do. Help him through what? Money? The guy's got enough money for a whole army. So that's not it. What could they do? Provide legal help? He's the founder of Telegram. He's got legal help enough. So not sure exactly what the DAO could have done. Maybe let's support Pavel or something like they did for 𝗕𝗓𝘀. Maybe something like that, or for a couple other guys, like WikiLeaks maybe. But regardless, the second big piece of news is right here. The SEC's lawsuit against Kraken crypto exchange will proceed to trial. California judge rules. So the funny thing about this is that many people thought this about the Ripple case too, that it was going to go really far, really long, really wide, but it was actually a lot quicker than was expected. But honestly, the main reason I am bringing this to everybody's attention is because with the Ripple case, we kind of thought that because of Mr. Trump's statements and the politics, how crypto is starting to kind of become nicer. I mean, Russia right now is starting a very big crypto program. It looked as if they were easing up a little bit. The SEC just seems like they doubled down. Again, looking at all this news, if you thought recently that they were numbing down and becoming a little bit more chill, a little bit more normal as they should be, no, they're not. I know the light's not perfect, but I think we'll have to work here to get this news across. No, they're not. They're not calming down. They're not being nice to nobody. And if you thought so, you were dead wrong, my friend. You are the opposite of right, all right? That is wrong, but I wanted to say it in two ways so you could hear how wrong you were. Because they ain't easing up, and I think it's because this man values the career too much. What I mean with that is, if you value a career over nearly anything, ethics, yada, 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 there's almost nothing that can happen for you to give that up, right? He doesn't want anything. The guy's crazy rich. The guy's got nearly everything in his life that he wanted in terms of positions, except for more power. He's got the money, he's got the everything. He wants more power. At least that's what I'm thinking. And where do you feel more influential? Where do you wake up in the morning and think, I've done some big things today, besides, if he could choose, besides suing some crazy huge companies. You're wrong in suing them, but that doesn't really matter for your status, right? Because on his little sheet of paper, it says, sued for $1 billion, sued for $200 million, $200 million settlement, $150 million settlement, yada, yada, yada. He looks like a freaking badass. That's what I always got to say about Mr. Gary Gensler. It's not Gary on his own who's making all these decisions, by the way. It's not like he's a one-man show, but you understand what I mean, right? You understand what I mean when I say that this guy's on a banjo. Now, having said that, if we're talking about crypto strategies, because I keep wanting to bring this up, I always get back to my little overview of cycles. Like I said, if we're talking straight up prices, crypto really ain't doing nothing today. I mean, Bitcoin is up like 1% or so, or down 1% maybe even, if we're just quickly ranking them by 24 hours. Render is up 8%, so some AI coins are doing good. Clayton's up 1.7%, but generally speaking, the entire market here has been up to nothing except for TON obviously going down a lot, and a TON-related coin not. And like I was saying, we've not really broken out for Bitcoin in a long while. I'll just keep coming back to this. This is the only thing that I think matters, all right? Wherever prices are going today, I don't think it matters. The only thing I keep looking at is the multi-month time span, looking at that right there. That's all I care about. And a second part, and a lot of people don't understand this, is that right now is not the time to stack up on altcoins and pick your favorites just quite yet. Yes, you may have a few, but the real time to start going crazy on altcoins is once we breach the line here, right? Once we've crossed it and we're starting to go a little bit again, that's what you should be thinking about. Hey, which are my favorite altcoins? Where should I? Right now is not that time because Bitcoin is indecisive. And so most of the time, because you're still trending, ranging, you're not really crossing it just quite yet, it makes for kind of a bad risk reward to go crazy on altcoins now. Yes, there are some exceptions like Render going up like 8% today, but from a risk reward perspective, it mostly makes sense to start going again into all these altcoins when Bitcoin starts to make its move back up. Now, very recently here, the last couple of days, altcoins were showing a little bit more bloomish signs, so bloomy/bullish signs, but it's still a little bit of a hit or miss. Once Bitcoin starts trading upwards slightly more than we are right now, I'm going back into altcoins hard again, but right now is not that time. I'll make a video when I do though, because obviously altcoins are where the majority of the money is at, but you don't want to be in altcoins too early because like we saw throughout the April, March till now phase, is that many of these AI coins are down like 80% or so. And I want to save you guys from these massive losses, even though I'm not a financial advisor, by hopefully timing things slightly carefully, but hopefully saving a lot of people from these massive losses. Because I think sometimes it might be better to miss out on a little bit of profit rather than sticking to your bags that you hate for a long time. And that's kind of what I'm trying to prevent here, to make sure not that many people give up on crypto because all they've ever seen is losses. That's why I'm trying to make them time it a little bit better. If you want slightly more gains and you're able to hold for a longer time, you're not somebody who gives up quickly, then yes, it is fine to hold a lot of altcoins right now at this point as well. I always hold a lot of altcoins. I never give up. But the main reason for that is just because I don't care enough to take a look. And many of them I know will go up in the bull run again. And I'm too lazy to figure out which ones go down a lot in the bearish parts of the market, which ones are, a lot of them I just hold, but that's because, like perhaps a lot of you guys, I don't care. I know most of my investments are gonna go up like crazy again, 10-fold, 20-fold, whatever. So what I just do is to try to buy those more when things are low. But for the most part, I think it's better to just sell a lot of them off when things are bad or medium, and then buy back in when things are really, really great, which is again the difference between value investing and momentum investing, like I've explained 1,000 times on this channel. But yeah, that's about it for right now. Nothing crazy going on except for the SEC again trying to get more power, but isn't that every single day?